first of two lakes we're going to be rolling past this afternoon. This lake on your left is called Lower Lake because it's lower than the other one. Home to a lot of mallard, ducks, red-eared sliders, and there's fish in there too. We just got a shipment of trout. We stocked both of our lakes with fish throughout the year. Fishing is allowed. If you're over 16 though, you do need a fishing license. This big pile of rocks coming up on your right marks the original entrance to the park from 1897 when James Irvine II sold 160 acres of this beautiful land to Orange County for the whopping sum of $1. We've grown to almost 500 acres. In 1913, E.G. Stinson and his mule carved out a swampy spot up here and created beautiful Upper Lake. Now we named it Upper Lake because, well, you can all the way across Upper Lake, you can see the boathouse. That's the oldest building in the park, built way back in 1914. Still used today for exactly the same thing as it was back then, renting boats. Back then you would have got a redwood rowboat instead of one of these trike boats. This giant tree on your left with the thick red bark is not native to California. It's a red Australian eucalyptus tree. There's a bunch more behind the boathouse. You can see their bark kind of glows orange in the sun. Most of the trees around you, however, are native. The ones with the dark gray bark and the tiny dark green leaves, and they drop the acorns on you. Those are your California coastal live oak trees. And then the trees that with the white bark and they losing all their leaves, those are sycamore trees. Those are both native here to California. These trees we're rolling through today are some of the oldest trees in all of Orange County.
Oh, look at all the boats in there. Last time we came, everything was on.
Around the corner here, we get a closer view of the boathouse and the bike rental shop. Everything's open until 4 o'clock.
So everything stops at 4. Sit down. David, you can't stand up.
Way off to the left-hand side is the Orange County Zoo, temporarily closed. These other buildings coming up on your left are from 1929 as the park was improving. They created a nature center, a soda fountain, and a band stage. Earlier we had some peacocks on the right-hand side under our forested area. Looks like they're still there. Off the right-hand side of the train, look at the trees there. You'll see some male peacocks with the bright blue neck and head.
Right there, look.
Just go by. This giant bronze statue on your left is our benefactor, James Irvine II.
Bye. Don't let the tree take your
Oh,
phone.
there's another one further back in the log. Off the right-hand side, behind that chain link fence, is the oldest structure in the park. It's the bird bath. It's hooked up to a natural spring. It's been flowing water continuously for over 100 years. This big tree in the clearing here, with the big knot at the bottom, and it lost some limbs in the springtime. That's the oldest tree in the park. It's a California coastal live oak tree, almost 500 years old. Oldest tree in the park.
This one, yeah? This one. The old one. See, Mama,
Coming up on the right-hand side, you can see those red hollyberries. They come to bloom just this
Qué
time of
bonito
year.
todo, ¿verdad, mamá?
Those red hollyberries grow on the toyon trees. There were so many of these toyon trees in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's how Hollywood got its name, is from the red hollyberries on the toyon trees.
That's how Halle Berry. You don't say hi. Say hi.
If you look to the right out into Upper Lake, you'll see little gatherings of birds that have a gray body, a black head, and a bright white beak. They're pretty easy to spot from their bright white beak. Those birds just arrived about a month ago from north of the Arctic Circle. They fly all the way down here to spend the winter at Irvine Regional Park. They'll stay here until spring and they'll fly back up north again. They're called coots, North American coots, and they're birds, not ducks, even though they live in the water.
A dog?
And like I said, they're pretty easy to spot because of their
What
bright
is that on ducks?
The locomotive pulling our train today is a very detailed 1/3 scale replica of a famous steam train called the C.P. Huntington, built way back in 1863. The C.P. Huntington was instrumental in building the western portion of the